Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. Today we're going to cover some major drama that went down on Twitter yesterday, leading to the cancellation of the popular VTuber Sareee, and trust me when I say, it's quite the unbelievable rabbit hole. Now of course, we'll go into full detail soon enough, but I wanted to give you guys a quick preview of what will be covered in this video, and of course, do not harass her or anyone else involved in this video. So the VTuber Sareee, who recently had over 250,000 followers on Twitter, held an art contest where the winner would receive $5,000. However, one artist in the contest was unfairly disqualified without a reason given. Unable to reach Sareee, they reached out to one of her mods who made a very aggressive response, leading to the artist posting the DMs with this mod in a tweet including another request as to why they were disqualified. Sareee did not notice, but many others did and began pressing her on the issue, leading to her making a very cold-hearted response to the matter, one that was immediately called out. However, that was not the end of it. Other small artists, content creators, and fans began sharing their personal experiences with her, and as you will see, I have never seen anyone who needs an ego check more than her. And after hours of getting dragged on Twitter and losing thousands of followers, she eventually posted one of the most embarrassingly bad apologies of all time, full of hypocrisy and nothing even close to accountability. So that's the quick recap of what happened. Now let's get into the details. First, let's start off with that art contest where artists had a chance from January 1st to February 1st to post their submission of artwork featuring her original character to be featured in a later stream where the winner would receive $5,000. Now, of course, 5K is a generous amount, especially for small artists, but let's keep a few things about this contest in mind. All submissions relinquished their commercial rights over to Sareee, meaning she could freely use them for merch. And given the fact that she received dozens of very high quality submissions, the type that many would have to commission for several $100s a piece, pretty much means that that 5K was an investment. Now, there's nothing really wrong with that, but later on you'll see how she uses this prize pool to make herself look very generous. Also noted in the contest details is the ability to disqualify certain contestants, which leads us to the next part of this drama. So here's one of the submissions for the contest, artwork made by Karu, and you can find this art linked in the description. Everything about this was fine until the day of the contest stream, where this artist found out their art was not featured at any point. Reaching out to Sareee, got no response. So this artist had a now infamous interaction on Discord with one of her lead mods. Asking for a reason why they were disqualified, this mod provided no explanation, but instead replied with criticism of the artwork, at one point criticizing the massive breasts in the drawing. Meanwhile, keep in mind, this is Saree's public Twitter banner. Like, are you kidding me? And when asking the mod if they could get an explanation for the disqualification from Sareee herself, they were met with this response, "I'm done with this conversation." And let me tell you, this is an ongoing theme with all the evidence we'll look at. The people she interacted with are some of the most patient and respectful people I've ever seen. If I was dealing with unhinged egomaniacs like this, I would crack in 2 seconds. But needless to say, this artist posted screenshots of this Discord conversation on Twitter with another request for an explanation from Sareee. Now, Sareee may not have noticed it, but many other people did and started pressing her about the matter. And instead of an explanation, she provided this garbanzo tweet: "Don't claim an art contest is just for free art because you didn't win or got disqualified, when the prize pool is 5K. It would also take too much time to message everyone who broke the terms, and they were pretty clear. Deal with it. You win and lose some in any contest." And as you can see with the number of quote retweets, many people called out this tweet, basically saying, is this really her response to the situation? But instead of being accountable, she decided to go on a blocking spree, blocking literally anyone questioning her or bringing up the disqualification. I mean, this became a badge of honor for many people. And even worse, she finally provided the apparent reason for the disqualification, a completely unsupported claim that the artist was tracing their work. Of course, no proof provided for that very serious accusation in any shape or form, and anyone who called her out for that, she called a snowflake for not taking criticism. Meanwhile, her criticism consisted of false accusations. And beyond that series of tweets, many people had negative interactions with her in the past, felt this was a safe opportunity to share their previous interactions with her, and man, they are so bad. Like, caught in 4K, the product of an unchecked ego. First, let's look at a conversation an editor had with her after inquiring about a potential editing opportunity with her. So basically, she says she's looking for an editor with 2 requirements, including a certain editing style, and that they're a fan of her streams. And if you're not, piss off, I guess. You can pause to see their well-intentioned response, But after seeing a lot of words, Sari replied with too much text, "I'm sorry, but I don't care." A screenshot that many people have been using to meme on her eventual apology, by the way. But it continues, and again, pause if you need to, but she basically says if you're not a fan, get lost, and that she could replace them with an artist from Fiverr in a heartbeat. Yikes. Now we enter the next arc. It begins with this tweet from a few weeks ago. It's a recording of a Discord call with the same mod from earlier. The minute-and-a-half video addresses some contention in their community, but most importantly for this video, the mod uses the R word during the conversation, which many people had a problem with and asked Sari if she condoned this behavior. This was her now deleted response to that original tweet. "Go suck some dicks. Dab." Very unprofessional, obviously, but it gets worse. Yesterday, there were more screenshots leaked from recent Discord conversations where Sari says she supports the use of the R word while ironically censoring it and making the excuse that big streamers say it, which is entirely untrue. Go on Twitch, even the edgiest of communities, and you will find virtually nobody using that word because it's TOS and it can get you instantly banned. And whether or not people say it doesn't change the fact that this is a bad look for a large VTuber like this. And that screenshot is a nice transition to her eventual quote-unquote apology about this whole situation. Which, by the way, she posted once with the comments turned on and then got dunked on, so she deleted that post and then reposted the same message, this time with the comments turned off in an effort to control the narrative, which any self-respecting Twitter user knows would just encourage more people to quote retweet it instead, but here it is. Again, mucho texto, and in her own famous words, "Too much text, I'm sorry but I don't care." But this apology boils down to her saying she's receiving death threats over this situation, which she predictably provides zero proof of. Which obviously any intelligent person watching this knows if the threats are true, that behavior is completely and utterly wrong. But that shouldn't be the focus of the apology either way. It should be about what her and her mods have done. Even more ironic is the fact that in her apology she says people forget her and her mod are human beings and that they're being harassed. Which is funny because it doesn't seem like you treat artists and fans like human beings based on your rude responses to them. Even worse, as someone who unapologetically uses the R word, I don't think you have a leg to stand on here. And calling the responses to her harassment is rich, because the vast majority are fair criticisms of her own wrong actions. To mask it as harassment is just an effort to flip the script and make herself out to be the victim here. And as you can see, there isn't an ounce of sincerity or any sort of real apology. In fact, she did everything in her power to focus only on the art contest and actively ignore every other complaint raised against her. And there's even more evidence of her being needlessly rude to random people on Twitter in replies, but I think you get the point. Her unchecked ego has finally caught up with her. Since all this happened, she has lost thousands of followers and is actually feeling the effects of cancellation. And I have to say, based on everything I've seen, it's very much deserved. I think anyone with an ounce of self-awareness on this side of the internet realizes that artists, fans, and alike are the backbone of any content creator's career, especially in the world of VTubing. And I have to note, in the process of making this video, several people we have focused on today have reported that she reached out to them and apologized. But call me cynical, I just feel like it's too little too late. She would have never apologized to these people if she wasn't called out publicly for it. And I also find it odd that many of them are now considering deleting their posts about her after talking with her, even though they're the victims here. And before we go, again, do not harass anyone involved in this situation. Take the evidence presented and choose whether you want to support someone like this. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe for more daily videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.